There's a single one is a Uaboo. When they get together, they're a
Someone
Weeaboo.
that's so obsessed with the Japanese culture and anime and that attempts to act as if they were Japanese, even though they're far from it.
Oh my God.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically it.
That's a basic weeaboo. Otakus are respectful of the culture, but recognize they are not necessarily part of the culture.
Are you sure they recognize they're not part of it?
Those are
Oh,
otakus.
Otakus.
There's a difference. The
There are
Weeaboos are the bad guys.
I thought we were talking. Yeah, I thought you said taco at one point. I'm
Yeah,
like,
taco. Hold
Yeah,
on.
we love our
Taco
tacos.
Tuesday.
Our otakus.
Okay. Taco Tuesday.
Well, then
I'm hungry
all
now. I'm gonna stop by
fandoms have
Taco
their,
Bell later.
Go to Selena's.
layers
Open at
of
3.
how deep you are into that fandom.
Okay.
So
there's different degrees that you can plummet into this.
Are you an extended universe Star Wars fan or a not extended universe Star Wars
Oh
fan?
my God. Okay.
Oh boy.
Or there's just us who are like Star Wars fans. We like it. It's Star Wars. Okay, we like
I
it.
guess it comes down to
Well-
your perspective. We may not think of someone as a nerd or geek, but someone who isn't involved in anything that we enjoy would consider us all to be nerds or geeks just based on that.
yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a different definition from the Urban Dictionary, because of course we're going to
course.
believe everything that they have to say.
Well,
That-
yeah.
If we can't believe CNN, who can you?
They say nerds are smart people who lack much of a social life. They would be
Okay.
the ones that spend.
Since when?
That's what their definition is of a nerd.
Geeks are the outgoing ones that go to that are
That have the social lives.
All right.
That's what they're different from nerds. That they actually have the social lives. It says nerds are often very shy, while geeks are more outgoing.
But then
So-
they're not smart.
Nerds spend most of their free time studying, while geeks make free time so they can play Dungeons and Dragons.
So
I'm a geek.
Yay! So we would be geeks because we're outgoing. So somebody like Dan, our fearless leader, or Stephanie Oswald, we love dearly. They're more reserved. They're shyer. So they're less likely to be out in the open.
I am living proof that a nerd can become a geek.
Okay, yes, because you and I were both
Isn't
wallflowers.
that kind of like the
in
heel
the day.
and face,
Heel and face.
thing from wrestling?
Yes.
We're swinging around.
Did
We're
I
swinging
pull
around.
in a
would
good
say
analogy?
yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes. Yeah, oh, sorry.
So how many people in this room would believe that when
5
Brian and I
points
first met,
for
we were both
Gryffindor.
wallflowers?
Well,
I
I
was
have to
definitely a
recuse
wallflower.
myself on
I can
that
see
one.
that.
I can
Yeah.
see that.
Honestly, I could.
See you
That's
as a
also-
wallflower, Chris. Not at all.
Yeah.
It's also depending on when you nowadays
When you
it's more
became into your
acceptable
geekdom.
to be a fan than back when I was a kid. It wasn't acceptable to be a fan.
Which is kind of part of the reason we were wallflowers about those things, because it wasn't.
It wasn't acceptable. You all, we
If you
mentioned
go out
we're
and say-
Doctor Who fans, we'd
Yeah.
get ridiculed.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I didn't know it wasn't acceptable. I just was. I went to the
And that's
stuff-
great.
Yeah.
I
That's
read
great.
comics all the time, but I also kind of knew it wasn't part of the mainstream culture to be a comic book fan.
What did Bill Gates say? Be careful who you bully, because they're going to eventually be your boss.
Yes.
He said something along those lines.
But then what you're saying is that geeks wouldn't be your boss, but a nerd would.
Right. Well, it's funny. I'm looking at these like geek traits versus nerd traits, and it's hysterical. I was pointing out one to Chris. It says geeks can be pretentious and long-winded. Do we know anyone like that? I don't know.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, I wonder.
Why is everybody looking at me? Stop that.
But then they say, like, nerd traits, their interests might include Battlestar Galactica,
Both versions?
LARPing, Second Life, physics, chess, fantasy, sci-fi, and computer programming.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit
it's
of...
me.
Oh, look.
So you're a nerd.
There you go.
also
So
Okay.
Becca-
That's good.
I like all that.
You might be
I
a
started
neek.
out reading science
neek?
fiction.
A neek.
A neek.
And then...
A GERD? Wait, that's something totally different.
Reading science fiction and comics got me into more and more science, which got me into engineering.
Okay.
So it's,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there are
Fair.
people...
I mean, that's generally how I got into computer engineering.
yeah.
So
Well, there are people... I mean, James Doohan, before he passed away, was doing interviews, and he was saying that people had come up to him at conventions saying, I wanted to become an engineer because of Scotty.
Yes.
So it's that transition.
Yeah. Star Trek did that for lots of people.
Billy, what do you think? Any final thoughts before we start wrapping this one up?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I'm still trying to figure out if I'm a nerd or a geek. I'm
Well, let's
shyer.
see.
A GERD.
Do you drink coffee or soda?
Soda.
Okay.
All right, so that
Do you wear loafers or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Saxophone or guitar?
I like saxophone.
All right, well, in case just do her one.
Well, I know
going.
the next one. Dress shirt or T-shirt.
Hundreds of T-shirts.
Now, cat or dog?
Cat.
Dog.
All right, so he's 3 votes to geek, 2 votes to nerd.
He's a neek.
So he's a geek. He's right in the middle.
I think Billy is an otaku.
And if I had a bell, I'd be a Taco Bell.
There, Taco Bell.
No, and
I fully believe that people can be a nerd and a geek
Right.
and a dork. It all just depends on, like, I'm a nerd with certain aspects of my life, and I'm a geek when it comes to, like, cars and books and that kind of stuff. And then I'm a dork because I'm just, fun-loving and goofy.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely that, sweetie.
Thank you. But I think you can honestly, like, be all of them, and being a modern-day nerd, modern-day geek, whatever, we need to, as modern-day nerds and geeks, just have our arms open for everybody and every aspect of everybody in the society. Like, so what if somebody says they're a diehard Supernatural fan, but they don't know what happened in episode 5 of season 2? They can still be
Somebody
a diehard
died.
fan.
Don't they usually?
Probably. They can still be a diehard fan of something and not know every single aspect of it.
Yeah.
Right.
So we can
need to,
go ahead.
we need to stop taking. It used to be the jocks that would make fun of the nerds, and now it's the nerds who make fun of other nerds because they're not as nerdy as they are.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Right.
geek,
And it's-
like the geek girl cred.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
right,
we
right,
need
right.
to kind of stop doing that.
I think
We need to
labels in
accept
general
everybody.
are used to divide people, and
It is.
And
Here comes our Hallmark after school special moment. Bring it home, Tony. Bring it home, Tony.
labels divide people.
There you
in order
go.
to in order to be a more harmonious society, we need to get rid of labels. And that is my
Good
2
luck with
cents.
that.
Goodbye, guys.
No, seriously,
luck with that.
we can close
He's
on
right.
that. We can seriously close on that because it really doesn't completely matter what it is, as long as you're loving it, and as long as you can accept that other people are going to be different. That's all. That's it. So we're all going to
all
look
in
at it
this
differently.
together.
We're all in it together, and we are where it all comes together. So
Yes, we
anyway,
are.
so there we go. So yeah, let's wrap that one up, and just we're gonna circle all the way back to the beginning of the conversation real quick because Tanya had found something while we were talking about nerd versus geek. But she found an article about the Carrie Fisher issue, and there's a lot of people out there who are thinking, well, if like I do, if you recast, who would it be? And this name popped up, Stevie Nicks.
Oh, that's
Did I hear
Deanna.
that? That was
that's
Deanna. Yeah.
I can tell you
Oh.
that she's
think-
got the look.
But then
Oh,
you got
she
Mick.
does.
Mick can show up too. You can have the rest of the Fleetwood Mac show up.
We could have the whole Fleetwood Mac show up as like some smugglers or whatnot, but no, or you could do Mick Fleetwood could be like Chewbacca's little
Cantina
brother.
Band.
Yeah,
He's hairy
Cantina
enough.
The
Band.
Cantina
The
Band.
Cantina
Yes.
Band. But seriously, Stevie Nicks, the voice, the look,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there's-
height.
yeah.
Yeah, as long as she's about
Is-
5'1".
If she's got it, she's tiny.
Well, yeah,
she
because
is
she
tiny.
wears the huge heeled boots.
And and think Lindsey Buckingham as Han Solo's twin long lost brother. Anyway, so let's go ahead and wrap this puppy up. Tiny has got the IQ, Billy. So
I
whenever
do.
you're ready, brother.
This has been Money. Bleh. Wow.
Take
This
two.
has been Take Two.
She
This
can't
has been
read
Monkey
my
Business.
handwriting.
No, I can't. A production of the Mighty Monkey, producers of the Flower City Comic-Con. FC3's next show will be May 20th and 21st of 2017 at the Rochester Riverside Convention Center. Join us on Facebook at facebook.com/FC3ROC. I'm still back to where you told me to fuck you. I'm still back at that point.
There we go.
became
I left
hard.
that in there.
That's awesome. Awesome.
We're officially are now.